because you want to roam, and you also have the ability to really, you know, screw up your team's fighting when you ult.
A little bit. Yeah, that's a disgusting trade. Really good job from Shanks here. They're getting prio and maybe even trying to make a play on mid lane. Paris getting so much of his HP chunked here.
Oh my god, he has to flash underneath the turret, and Shanks can just step back, take the first blood. Nice kill, important
First
kill.
dragon of the game. Still 2 minutes before those grubs. They can swap if they want to. They're okay with Flandra being into the Ashe, especially early on. Should be advantage for Taeyun, so he'll continue to...
Especially when you play it yourself and you're not in Challenger Elo. Sometimes you just don't use it enough, as we can see Tarzan moving in. Taeyun has the flash.
Oh, Tarzan!
Also Ghost! That was an insane ultimate! Crystal Arrow is gone, but the Glacial Fisher trying to trade something back here as Monkey has to flash over the wall. And they are getting a second kill here. AL moving into that grubby pit, having a little bit of an advantage there. Now Shanks will kind of accept their fate here and not go for the contest anymore, because Tarzan is just too far away. Unless he wants to flash in there, he shouldn't do it. Bard ultimate into a little bit of a bullet rain here. Just not enough damage so far.
They have no crowd control. Outside of Kael throwing the Tempered Fate, there's really no way for them to start fights. The way that AL are going to always look to try to play this game is try to chunk out one member, create a numbers advantage by poking them out before a fight, and maybe do long chases like this outside of objectives. So they haven't really been able to accomplish all that much, at least in the last 30 seconds. It'll be them contesting for this Raptors camp, getting pushed.
That NMF can put in that 1v9 performance later on in the game, but it will take some time as Kale moves forward again. For Faith coming out, but the shockwave into Glacial Fisher is just beautiful. And now you're stuck in a little bit of a sticky situation as the Crystal Arrow goes wide though, with Tarzan moving in. They manage to stay alive here, pick up the take down this turret for sure. They also have the 3 Void Grubs, which then gives them even more, you know, ability to do so, as there's a lot flying in this top lane here, and it's not flying in the right direction. So the shockwave being gone, clone being used for Shanks has to flash out. Ultimate from the Bard coming in as they're stuck in a bit of a tricky position here. Bullet time now trying to do some work, but the Bard shield, the Braum shield rather, coming out right away as the cleanse from Hope has been used. Now they have to find a re-engage over the wall. Flandra moving in as well, and in the end it's Hope picking up the kill, and I have no clue how they saved that situation.
Wow.
The good news for WE is they managed to pick up the first turret, their first turret in top lane. So at least a bit of a cross-map play, but that was messy.
Sure. Yeah, I just, AL, they get to play with so much advantage. I mean, it's great to see that the rest of the team is kind of performing. This play really was predicated on getting that Tempered Fate to slow down Cube and this Gwen. So the heal coming out from Flandra saves them. They grab the...
AL have always found ways to, you know, move together as a unit. Kale putting in so much work as the Crystal Arrow goes wide again, and therefore engage tool gone now with the Tempered Fate coming out into the bullet rain. Yes, you can throw up the Braum shield, but Shanks is in the backline. Shanks is looking for the knife, and he gets it! Oh my god! That was just beautiful. That bullet time. You do get a nice shockwave out. Kale's dropping very low, but they can just move further forward. Monkey, last one standing in this scenario, as we have Cube on the side lane, but there's no reason for him to move into this. Robertson's now completed on that Orianna. He said it, maybe not the greatest decision. However, it is some sort of an item spike. So let's see if they can do some work.
But they didn't even wait though. But they didn't wait. Like the whole point of us doing the setup before was, hey, we're getting our second items. Let's wait before, let's buy our items, and then we can look for an engage. That didn't end up happening. AL found a moment where the Enchanted Crystal from Taeyun misses. At this point, Cube should be teleporting to this play. I think it's a massive mistake. Maybe recognizing that this is just in general should not be a fight that WE are taking, but at this point, you have to go all in. Everybody gets
a lot of abilities. They have to be a bit careful not to step too far forward, as they are looking to contest their own jungle. And now we're going in again. TPs are coming out as Tarzan has to use the Crescent Guard. Very nice way from the Braum trying to save his team, but there is just not enough damage. The needlework trying to do some work. Can they get some more? It's important, but it's already the double kill, the triple kill for Hope, though, cleans up the fight once more. Another ace, and they are looking to push because we saw Cube. Cube is able to put in the work. He has been putting in the work on the side lanes every now and then as we now get the 1v1. Has to use the needlework, has to go golden even. And now Half-Life has to step back. There's nothing they can do. And we know. Man, a Fat LeBlanc is so disgusting as well. Like, she steps on you one time, you're Half-Life. It's done. Crystal Arrow coming out, but immediate reaction again with KL with the Tempered Fate. Now with the bullet time not being blocked, enemy AD carry immediately down. Cube trying to put in the work in the backline, trying to get some damage onto Hope, but it's Shanks again going unstoppable as Flandre is looking for the triple kill here. Monkey trying to kite and kite and kite away. He's putting in some work. Going untargetable one more time, but in the end it's Shanks again. Another ace. The wave is there. Can they look to end here? They definitely want to. 8 seconds on Vampire. But Vampire alone will not be able to save a WE from this absolute destruction. Game 1 was a stump. Game 3 was a scaling comeback. Game 2 rather, and Game 3 was a